Hello, this is Blue Star, Defender of Equestria, and this is my next blind reaction video. My Little Pony Tell Your Tale, The Rise and Fall. Of who or what, it doesn't say, but after watching Chapter 6 of Make Your Mark, I have a pretty good idea what this episode is about, and if it is, then... Roar! In the last episode, we had a Friday night food fight with old rotten food that apparently Misty actually started when she was a little filly, so... Again, I don't really know if there was a moral or a point to this episode, but it was fun and it was kind of interesting to see Misty and Alphabettle in some ways reminiscing a little bit. Overall, it was actually okay. So I have a feeling this particular episode is going to be another one of those that will basically be summarizing things that have happened in Make Your Mark. And if that is the case, then this is going to be both awful and awesome at the same time. So... all I'm gonna say is you might want to bring weapons and ammo because we might be needing them. Roar! But if this goes the way that I think this is gonna go, you might want to warm up your singing voice as well. So, roar! So, since I'm pretty certain this is a every pony episode, in more ways than one, shall we say, that I will break, in some ways, Tell Your Tale tradition, and I will not wear any of the Maid Six's hats, because this involves potentially all of them, so I can't really pick just one hat to wear. I would wear my Royal Guard helmet for this, but unfortunately, I can't wear it and the headphones at the same time. Perhaps this is a project I could pursue in the future, but we shall see. So this is a message from future Blue Star to all those who may have not seen Chapter 6 yet, which, of course, you probably have by now. But just in case you haven't, I recommend that you go and watch Chapter 6 of Make Your Mark before you watch this episode. So the next episode of Tell Your Tale is upon us in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try it again.
Bow to me, Equestria.
No!
No pony can stop me!
No! Oh my gosh, it's on fire, my fire!
The time has come for you ponies to bow to... What's so funny? You ponies to
It is quite funny.
Ponies!
Yes, but that's not the way to... No.
Oh, a message.
Do I know you?
Do I know you? Uh-oh.
This can't be good.
No, it can't be.
Ponies.
Don't look! It's the evil alicorn again!
No!
Pip, stop screaming. I can't hear what she's saying.
Oh,
I don't think you want to.
Opaline.
Roar!
It's a shame that we're getting to know each other so late. But you know, I have been ever so busy. There
Oh,
are
no.
an awful lot of you pathetic little ponies in Equestria.
Oh no!
Even with the help of my new dragon friends, taking all of your cutie marks. Well, it's been a full-time
No!
job.
No!
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Give that back!
Arr!
Quick, Wendy!
Run, Wendy, run!
Terrifying.
Oh no! Run!
I like that cutie mark.
Not so.
Yeah, definitely
all
sad.
Cutie mark magic, making me the most powerful fire alicorn of all time.
No!
They are really sprucing up the place.
Some ponies.
awful!
No!
Now, I
Yeah.
must admit, there were a few of you that did put up teensy-weensy, adorable little fights.
Yeah, get him! Oh! No!
Thief!
Thief, yes! No! No! Is that how you finished?
Hey!
Got you! Oh dear. Ay!
I'll take these.
No! Fire it, Will! Ooh. Oh boy.
You want that, do ya? Not even the real one.
Bye! Get back here, you! Oh no!
I guess maybe today. I earned that cutie mark through true friendship, Opaline. You can't take it from me.
No!
Oh, Misty, really? Aren't you a little old to believe in fairy tales? And now only one little alicorn stands between me and total domination.
No!
For me, Opaline?
Get him, Sonny, get her!
Sonny, there you are.
Yes.
This is going to be fun.
No! Fire! Ooh! Hey! Duck! Yikes!
Oh, please. You still think you can defeat me? Ha!
I don't know.
All the cutie mark magic!
Oh boy!
You know,
Oh!
for an alicorn, you really aren't very clever.
All
Oh
I know
dear.
is that I have to try. You may be able to take my cutie mark, Opaline.
Arr.
But you can never take what makes me, me!
Roar! You tell her, Sonny!
Watch me.
No! No! Oh no! No!
Come on, ponies! No matter how dark or scary things get, we can't ever give up hope.
Roar! Well
For
said.
Sunny.
Aw.
Just need to find the magic that's inside of every pony. Sometimes it feels a little hopeless, but things aren't always what they seem.
What is this?
Can you feel it the
The magic of friendship and unity!
No! My mark! My power! I am the fire alicorn! Ah, you ponies and your disgusting friendship magic!
Oh no! Oh dear!
This isn't over!
Oh. Oh. Oh dear. Roar! Aww. Yay! Oh, Sonny's crying. Ooh! And as always, thank you to you hardworking people working so hard on the show. Roar! Aww. Bye. So that was The Rise and Fall of Opaline. And there's parts of me that kind of like it, and there's parts of me that kind of don't. But overall, it was really good. So, roar. Yeah, this episode was exactly what I thought it was going to be, which was that they were going to basically summarize what happens in Make Your Mark. The problem is, in this case, that episode was a two-parter, and a lot of stuff happened in it, and it's frankly impossible to compress something that's 45 minutes down into just 5, so it kind of reminds me of what they tried to do with the Avatar movie, but yeah, I think they realized quickly that, yeah, we can't compress, you know, even just one of these seasons that's like, what, 4 hours long into a 2-hour movie. It just can't be done, so, I must admit, I normally don't side with this because unfortunately you can't have as many episodes as you want, but this might have been a case where they should have broken this down into 2 episodes or more. Unfortunately, knowing the release schedule of Tell Your Tale, that would have meant that you would have been without an episode for 2 weeks, and that's too long. A lot of stuff happens incredibly quickly, and it's definitely not as satisfying as Make Your Mark. If you haven't seen Make Your Mark, you should go watch it right now. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Like, the moment at the end, I think I've never timed it, but I'm sure it goes on. The full scene of, like, when Sunny confronts Opaline to the moment where everything is essentially resolved, I'm sure that was probably close to 5 minutes on its own, so to compress the whole of this, you know, two-parter into this 5 minutes, it's just not gonna work no matter what they do, I think is unfortunately the short answer. But even so, I think they did manage to communicate the main parts of the story that they needed to communicate. Opaline went berserk, took every pony's cutie marks using the Together trees, and, you know, some of the ponies put up a good struggle, and I'm actually kind of glad to see that a little bit here. Overall, I'm not sure I like this ending, particularly because Opaline says this isn't over. really? I don't like that. I mean, I must admit, in some ways, I can't decide if this ending is creepier or less creepy than Make Your Mark, but I definitely liked the Make Your Mark ending better, because here it makes it feel like that, yeah, Opaline is, yeah, she's basically being captured by the tree, and she has little say in the matter, but in Make Your Mark, they're almost implying that Opaline has a choice. Sure, the tree steals her cutie mark, but she goes chasing after it. She could just say, oh my gosh, this place is coming apart, I gotta get out of here, and say, no, my cutie mark, my power! And unfortunately, that's how she ends up getting trapped, which in some ways I like and dislike, because it shows that, yeah, she's an evil, power-centric pony, and ultimately the choice she makes leads to her being captured, and that's also why I'm like, that makes me kind of sad, because it's like, well, she chose poorly. Just like in Make Your Mark, and here, there's a lot to process, and a lot of things, especially in this case, are thrown at us very suddenly. There's parts of me that kind of like this episode, because yeah, it in some ways summarizes all the really awful bits, but also the really good parts. But because it's only summarizing them, you don't get that same, you know, impact that you do with Make Your Mark. So in some ways, I kind of like the fact that, oh, maybe this isn't Opaline's end, because as a character, I really liked Opaline. She was an interesting supervillain. She was definitely more than just a supervillain for the main six to defeat at some point. And for her to in some ways be defeated so suddenly and, you know, in this way, makes me almost feel kind of bad for Opaline that her story ends this way. But this is basically saying is that that's probably not the case, and that we're going to be seeing Opaline again at some point in the future. So, but I guess in some ways this episode was never going to be great because it had so much to do in so little time. But I guess for what it is, I guess it's actually okay. I mean, it would have been better in this case to, yes, have had maybe a couple episodes to try to, you know, set up and deal with these kinds of things, because, like, we only got to see, like, the 30-second bites of some of these things, like, you know, the confrontation between Opaline and Misty definitely doesn't come across as it does in Make Your Mark. This'll never be as good as Make Your Mark, because obviously they only have like 1/10 of the time as Make Your Mark did. But for what it is, it's pretty good, and it did kind of get the emotions going. So I guess overall, this episode is pretty good for what it is. I mean, Make Your Mark will always be better, but this episode is actually pretty good. It did accomplish everything that it was trying to do. Definitely gives us in some ways more to think about, because it sounds like this might not be the end of Opaline after all, which I'm not sure how I feel about it, but overall, I still enjoyed this episode, what it was trying to do, and it was just so good to see the ponies come together. So, roar! The magic of unity prevailed once again. Roar! So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing, and until next time, this is Blue Star. Stay strong and pony on. Blue Star out.